Level 1, the selection. You are not a volunteer. You are a regular 19-year-old kid drafted into the Vietnam War. You survived the boot camp, the heat, and the jungle patrols. You just want to keep your head down and make it home. But you have a biological disadvantage. You are skinny and you are short. In a normal war, being a small target is a blessing. In the jungles of Vietnam, it is a death sentence. Your platoon discovers a hidden wooden trapdoor buried under a pile of wet leaves. The entrance is barely 2 feet wide. The larger soldiers physically cannot fit inside. The sergeant points directly at you. You have just been drafted for the most terrifying job in the US military. You are a tunnel rat. Level 2, the descent. You cannot wear your helmet. You cannot wear your heavy flak jacket. If you wear body armor, you will get wedged in the dirt and stuck forever. You strip down to just a t-shirt and canvas pants. You are handed a standard issue 1911 pistol and an angled military flashlight. That is your entire loadout. You sit on the edge of the pitch black hole. The heat radiating from the earth is suffocating. You lower yourself in head first. The trapdoor closes above you to block out the sunlight. You are instantly swallowed by the absolute, crushing darkness of the earth. Level 3, the squeeze. You are crawling on your stomach through a dirt tube that is less than 3 feet tall. The air is dead, hot, and smells like clay and old sweat. With every inch you pull yourself forward, the dirt scrapes against your shoulders. You realize very quickly that the tunnel is too narrow for you to turn your body around. If you panic, you cannot retreat. Your only option is to keep crawling forward into the dark, or slide backward blindly. You shine your flashlight ahead, but the beam barely cuts through the thick, choking dust. Level 4, the wire. You are 50 feet underground. The Viet Cong know the Americans send men down here, so they have rigged the tunnels to kill you. You cannot just crawl. You have to probe the dirt ahead of you with your bare hands, feeling for tripwires. You move your fingers a few inches in front of your face. You feel a thin, taut piece of fishing line pulled across the tunnel. If your chest had brushed against it, it would have pulled the pin on an artillery shell buried in the wall, instantly turning the tunnel into your grave. You have to lie perfectly still in the dark, sweating profusely, and slowly trace the wire to disarm the explosive by touch. Level 5, the zoo. The enemy doesn't just use explosives, they use biological warfare. The Viet Cong would intentionally leave the tunnels infested with wildlife. You crawl past a hollowed-out alcove in the dirt, you shine your light, and a massive swarm of aggressive scorpions scurries away from the beam. A few feet later, you feel something brush against your hair. You point the flashlight up. Tied to a root on the low dirt ceiling, inches from your face, is a bamboo pit viper. The troops call it the two-step snake, because if it bites you in the face, you take 2 steps and you die. You have to squeeze your body completely flat against the floor to slide underneath its fangs. Level 6, the encounter. You reach a slight bend in the tunnel. The air shifts. You smell the faint odor of cooking smoke and human sweat. You turn your flashlight off immediately. You are lying in pitch blackness, barely breathing, gripping your pistol. You hear the faint scraping of clothing against dirt just a few yards ahead of you. You are not alone. You flick the flashlight on. In the beam of light, you see the terrified, dirt-streaked face of an enemy soldier pointing an AK-47 directly at you. There is no cover. There is nowhere to hide. It is just you, him, and a dirt tube. Level 7, the concussion. You fire your pistol. In a massive open field, a gunshot is loud. Inside a 2-foot-wide subterranean dirt pipe, the sound wave of a .45 caliber pistol has nowhere to escape. The concussive blast hits you like a physical punch to the skull. Your eardrums immediately rupture. A high-pitched, agonizing ringing completely deafens you. The muzzle flash blinds you for a split second, and the tunnel instantly fills with thick, choking, gray gun smoke. You cannot see. You cannot hear. The structural integrity of the dirt ceiling cracks from the shockwave. Clods of earth start falling on your back. You have to get out before you are buried alive. Level 8, the ghost. You throw the flashlight in reverse. You spend the next 20 minutes blindly slithering backward, dragging your legs, completely deaf, suffocating on the smoke. You finally see a sliver of daylight and are pulled up through the trapdoor by your squad. You are covered in clay, trembling and bleeding from your ears. You survive the hole. But months later, when your tour is over and you are safely back home in a soft bed, the war doesn't end. You realize you can never sleep with the lights completely off. You cannot ride in an elevator. You cannot be in small rooms. You made it out of the tunnel, but a piece of your mind is trapped down in the dark forever.